So this is part 2 of the experiment of convection. And right now we're going to put hot water into the glass beaker. So it's really hot. So put it up to almost like 75%. Okay, we'll stop. And then, so this glass crack. So this one is not durable. So what we're gonna do, for 6 minutes, we're gonna put a vial of cold water dye, into a hot water beaker. So we're gonna place it at the bottom. Inside the vial has pennies inside. So pennies will weight it down, and then we'll observe for 6 minutes to see what happens. So in the beginning, there's nothing coming out. To get that bubble out. Okay, let's see. So this beaker can withstand the heat, but the other one, it cannot. So that's what we learned today. So after 1 minute, nothing comes out. So we'll do that for 5 more minutes. So in the beginning, draw what you see. And then in about 2 minutes, draw what you see in this experiment. So you can see nothing comes out. And the other one is the other experiment that we were doing. So the other one, coming back to this, still nothing comes out. That's pretty. So there's still nothing coming out of this. So inside the plastic vial, which looks like this, it has a cold water inside, but we put some red color in it so we can see the cold water. Oh, in this case, we put cold water in red, but nothing comes out. So after 4 minutes, you can see there's nothing. So I'll keep this camera on for another 2 minutes, about 2 more minutes. And notice that the cold red dye, it stays inside the vial, it does not come out. So if they ask you to draw it, it's pretty easy because there's nothing to draw, nothing comes out. In contrast, the hot blue dye, So we use the blue to indicate hot. The hot blue dye comes up, it rises up in a cold water beaker. So this beaker is cold. The blue dyed water is hot, and so you can see the blue dyed hot water rises. In contrast, if you look at the cold red dye water, the cold red dyed water, there's no red dyed water coming up in the hot water beaker. So do that maybe 1 more minute. I can see something coming up. Anything coming up? But eventually what happens is when the hot water in the beaker cools and becomes cold, then the red dye will, once the temperature is about similar, then the red dye will come up. So basically once it gets colder in the beaker. But we'll end it right here. Nothing comes up.